Yo, what up? It's your man, it's your boy, 410 Josh. We back at it on Hot Topic Monday. Glad to see y'all again. Just coming in, tune into the live. Make sure if you haven't done so, go to my YouTube page, 410 Josh, hip-hop_4123. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Also, hit me in my inbox if you want to interact, if you got any questions, things that you want me to talk about. We got a lot of ground to cover on today's topics. So Hot Topic Monday, we got a lot of things to talk about. So I want to get right into it, hit y'all with what's going on in the culture, get y'all opinion on it, and I'm going to give you my perspective on it, and, we can go from there. So first thing we got is Jay-Z did a interview with Gayle King on Good Morning America, talking about the viral question that's been going around for years. Would you rather have 500,000 cash or dinner with Jay-Z? And a lot of people, it's been kind of mixed reviews. Some people say that they'll take the dinner with Jay-Z because the knowledge and information that he can give you is going to be worth more than 500K. Or people were saying, hey, I'm going to take that 500K, invest in myself, and do whatever I need to do. And Jay-Z answered the question, and he blatantly said, hey, take the 500K. Because, that what I'm going to tell you, I've been putting in my music for 25 plus years. He said, take that 500K, go buy all the albums, and you listen to what I'm talking about. I'm not going to give you advice on a bad deal because, that's not what I do. And I put it all in the music of what I think y'all should be doing. He wanted to lay the foundation and make it a little easier for the generation after him because the people that preceded him had it harder. So, my opinion, I respect that, I've been following Jay-Z since, Reasonable Doubt. So I know the jewels that he's been dropping in the music. Some people it went over their heads. Some people just didn't pay attention to it. But he's always, dropped jewels and information to carry you throughout your life. When he said, chains is cool to cop, but more important is lawyer fees. He's saying, it's okay, to have what you like, but make sure you got, that money set aside in case you, run into a jam because that jewelry ain't going to help you out. Even when he said, on the song 30-something, he said, I don't buy out the bar, I bought the night spot. He was one point of time, Jay-Z was infamous for buying out the bar. Like he said on the Blueprint, buying out the bar on our way to Spa. But then he evolved to a point where he's saying, I don't just buy out the bar, I bought the night spot. So now he got ownership of where he buys the bar out. So y'all can come and buy out his bar, but he gonna own that. So, hey, I respect it. Jay been putting, jewels in the music for years. So I think, it's just time for people to start grasping. Me personally, I'm definitely taking that 500K. It's not even a question. So, other news, Rihanna is gearing up for her 2024 world tour and dropping some new music. Rihanna has been very busy, being a mother, had two beautiful kids, her and A$AP Rocky. She performed at the Super Bowl this year, did an epic performance. She's a, billionaire businesswoman, entrepreneur, created Fenty, a high-end level clothing line. So Rihanna has done a lot of amazing things recently. So I think, she's trying to get back in her mode where she's, coming to see the fans. She hadn't put out music since 2016. So I think, we long overdue for the fans to see her. More news coming out. Kanye, or Ye rather, has ended his Ye24 presidential campaign. Per his lawyer saying the documents weren't filed for him to become a presidential candidate, and they have less than like 25,000, in campaign money to even begin. So, personally, it's like, what would Kanye be running for at this point? I think Kanye has fallen out the graces of pretty much everybody from music, entertainment, politics, religion, whoever. Kanye, even right now, he's shopping an album with Ty Dolla trying to get distribution, and he can't even get that. He's meeting resistance. So running for president, I don't even know what you would even well, I don't even know what that would be even before, because nobody wants to really hear what Kanye has to say at this point. I mean, he's got to really do something to really get the people back in his corner. I mean, he'll have his fans, his core fan base that'll always support him. But as far as the global support, you know, having all eyes on him like he did before, I just don't see that happening. We got news about Hit Boy being a candidate for Producer of the Year at the Grammys. Everybody know what Hit Boy's been doing. You know, these last 6 years, Hit Boy has just been killing it like we've never seen before. He dropped 6 albums with Nas in 2 years. Just this year, they dropped Magic 2 and we got Magic 3. He's done things with Griselda. He's done things with Beyonce on her Renaissance album. He did, you know, production for Travis Scott on his album Utopia, which we both know both of those albums are going to be Grammy nominated. So personally, I think he should just, it's a shoe-in for him. Between Nas, Travis Scott, and Beyonce, what he's done, the success that they've all had with his production, I don't even think it's a question that he's Producer of the Year. So I don't know. Got some other news. R&B singer Trey Songz is back in a legal spotlight. So apparently there are 2 females alleging that he sexually assaulted them at a house party in LA back in 2015. And apparently there was talks about their cell phones and purses and were confiscated. They both consumed alcohol during the party and were allegedly drugged and sexually assaulted by Trey Songz. Trey's been he's been having a lot of legal situations around sexual assault and sexual misconduct for a while. My perspective is this. At some point, if you're going to keep being accused of sexual assault, which is a crime, there's got to be some further legal action than just a lawsuit. Similar like with R. Kelly. You know, R. Kelly had this sexual assault, lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit. But then eventually came about, okay, we now going to, go after this guy and indict him. I'm not sure with Trey Songz. It just seems like every so often a female is coming out, saying he's sexually assaulted or it was sexual misconduct, something, just really out of character. I don't know. It's like at some point, if all this is just amounting to a legal victory or a financial victory for the victims, I don't know. I don't want to say that, they weren't, but it just seems like it's just lawsuit after lawsuit and nothing's coming about that. So I think we just need to wait and see if we got more info on something like that. Other legal matters, we got Young Blue. He was arrested recently for a misdemeanor battery for allegedly, assaulting, the mother of his daughter. He addressed it, saying that this is all fake news. He about to turn in a new album, building a $2 million studio compound, and his goal is to hit $100 million in 5 years, which is all good. I don't know. One thing, I don't really like to dive too deep into like custody battles as it involves children, because I got children. All I'm going to say is this. We should wait till we have more evidence than just the headline. So it's like, when you're dealing with kids and you're dealing with, custody and, domestic issues, this stuff gets on the internet, and once it's public forever. So you don't want your kids growing up seeing, you a success story, but off the backs of them being in the middle of a dispute between you and their mother. So, just again, we should wait to get more information before we just dive head into it. Another legal situation, Y&W Melly. He's now facing 6 new charges on top of the double homicide that he's been facing. Everybody knows earlier this year they came to a hung jury but now he's facing 6 new charges, and these charges range from witness tampering to solicitation of committing tampering, conspiracy of committing tampering, unlawful use of a two-way communication device, and actual witness tampering. So it's not looking good for Melly right now. When you facing a double homicide, with amount of evidence that they say they got stacked against you, on top of witness tampering and gang charges, and and another charge, he was charged with directing activities of a criminal gang. So it's not looking good. It's really not looking good. So I hope that he can get out of his situation if he didn't do it, and if he did do it, then well, he just gotta deal with what the consequences are after the fact. But he's been in the spotlight for a while. I mean, he's been in custody for some years, but he's been in the spotlight for a while, just getting hit with charge after charge, accusation after accusation, and fighting a double homicide is bad enough, but now you got 6 more charges to face. So YNW Melly, I just pray things work well for you. We got Benny the Butcher, one of my favorite out of Griselda, I'm not gonna lie. Benny the Butcher new album, Everybody Can't Go, is still scheduled for release. Doesn't have a release date, but he appreciated the anticipation of the album. Supposed to be produced by Hit Boy and Alchemist. He was saying what he didn't think he was as ready as he should have been when he was ready to drop. Now, still slated for 2023, but we don't have a date for it. I definitely will be the first one to check that out, and I'm definitely going to do a review of that. You can't go wrong with a producer like Alchemist and Hit Boy producing for Benny. So shout out to Benny, the whole Griselda. I'm really looking forward to that project. Also, we got E40, legendary, the slang doctor, hip hop legend, entrepreneur, Bay Area ambassador. He got so many titles. E40 now been given the keys to his city in Vallejo, California. And they're actually going to rename his block, Magazine Street, E40 Way. And that's a big deal because E40 been putting on for the Bay, man, since I was like 7 years old, E40 is one of those artists that, I'm not gonna lie, I was a late bloomer to him. Because, growing up on the East Coast, other than we heard Sprinkle Me, we didn't really hear a lot of E40 music. But, once I got into him, his style's a little awkward, but I got to really get into his music, I know some people going to say he trash, but hey, some of the joints I really do enjoy. So shout out to E40 with that. He deserves his flowers. He's been putting on, he's probably the most consistent rapper, in hip hop, because he continuously drops music on top of everything he's doing. And he's another artist that's proof of age has no limit. I think E40's approaching 60 and still putting out music that his fans enjoy, and he can get the hottest of the hottest artists today to jump on his record. So, that's a testament to him. Also, good news, Detroit rapper 42 Doug now is released from prison after serving 17 months on a gun charge. So now he's home. Everybody, if you don't know, he's signed to Yo Gotti, and he released a new song called Go Again. I'm seeing, reviews. He's getting a lot of good feedback from the song. I like E40. I like 42 Doug's music, but I'm not gonna lie, I haven't heard that song yet. I will check it out. But 42, welcome home. Hope you get your head right. Stick to the music. Don't try to get caught up in no legal situations. If you gotta have firearms around you for one thing, pay them people. Put people on your payroll and pay them people to hold you down. So I think that's it for the topics today. We got into a lot of different things. You know, so I'm going to interact with y'all and see, you know, what y'all talking about. And, you know, let's go from there. So let's see what we got. Lynette, Trey Songz is so talented. It's sad to see him go out like that. Yeah, it is. It's very sad because Trey Songz, you know, at one point was the hottest new R&B artist. Like it was always between him and Chris Brown. You know, Chris Brown elevated and then Trey Songz elevated with him. But Trey has always been one of them names. He was always at the top. And I don't know, it is sad, you know, like I just hope, you know, this stuff is not true and, you know, he'll, you know, countersue or do whatever he got to do to come up out of it, because having something like sexual assault attached to your name is never a good look. I don't care how much money you got. Let's see what else we got. T King, my man, T King Pirelli, E40, thumbs down. I know you hate 40, bro. It's cool. But I'm going to send you some Gangstar music because I know you've been wanting that for a minute. So I'm going to send that to you. Shout out to my man, T King Pirelli. Let's see what else we got. So I'm going to give y'all a couple more seconds, couple more music. See what y'all got any questions about. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so okay, so it don't look like not much questions or anything. So I'll be back Thursday with our second Throwback Thursday. We're gonna do 2 classic hip hop albums, male and female. I got a lot of good feedback from the first one, so I appreciate that. So y'all, I know y'all gonna enjoy the second one. So once again, it's 410 Josh. If you haven't done so yet, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, hiphop_4123. I'm gonna catch y'all Thursday for the Throwback Thursday edition, and I'm out. 1.